आज मैं सॉल्व करने जा रही हूँ क्वेश्चन पेपर 2019 सिविल लॉ 1। क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, इफ द suit is dismissed due to default of the plaintiff and if there is subsequent suit between same parties, then decision in the first suit A amounts to res judicata, B amounts to res sub judice, C does not amount to res judicata, D amounts to stay of subsequent suit. Correct answer C does not amount to res judicata. Question 2. Which of the following order deals with suit against indigent person? A. Order 32, B. Order 33, C. Order 34, D. Order 35. Correct answer B. Order 33. Question number 3. The Code of Civil Procedure 1908 defines decree under A. Section 2 Clause 2, B. Section 2 Clause 6, C. Section 2 Clause 8, D. Section 2 Clause 12. Correct answer A. Section 2 Clause 2. Question 4. As per Order 39 of Code of Civil Procedure 1908, the court is required to dispose of application for injunction within A. 15 days, B. 30 days, C. 2 months, D. 3 months. Correct answer B. 30 days. Question 5. Provision relating to counterclaim is prescribed under dash of Code of Civil Procedure 1908. A. Order 7 Rule 6, B. Order 7 Rule 6A, C. Order 8 Rule 6, D. Order 8 Rule 6A. Correct answer D. Order 8 Rule 6A. Question 6. Choose the true statement about propositions. Proposition 1. No suit shall lie challenging the validity of a decree passed in a former suit between the same parties litigating under the same title on any ground based on an objection as to the place of suing. 2. Former suit means a suit which has been decided prior to the decision in the suit in which of the validity of the decree is questioned. 3. Date of institution is material factor in deciding former suit. Assertion A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. Question 7. Choose the true statement about prepositions. Prepositions 1. All objection with respect to the place of suing must be taken in the court of first instance at the earliest possible opportunity and in all cases where issues are settled at or before such settlement. 2. Objection with respect to the place of suing cannot be allowed after statement of issues. 3. Objection as to the competence of a court with reference to the pecuniary limits of its jurisdiction may be allowed even after the settlement of issues if there has been a consequent failure of justice. Assertions A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. Question 8. Choose the true statement about prepositions. Prepositions 1. Where on the fixed day it is found that summons has not been served upon the defendant in consequences of the failure of the plaintiff to pay the court fees, the court may dismiss the suit. 2. Where neither party appears when the suit is called on for hearing, the court may make an order that the suit be dismissed. 3. Where a suit is dismissed under any of the above case, the plaintiff will be barred bring a fresh suit. Assertions A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. Question 9. Choose the true statement about prepositions. Preposition 1. A suit in which the right to property or to an office is contested is a suit of a civil nature. D. A suit dealing with right to an office is of civil nature, notwithstanding that such right may depend entirely on the decision of question as to religious ceremonies. 3. A suit dealing with right to an office would be of civil nature only when fees are attached with such office. Assertion A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. Question 10. Choose the true statement about preposition. Prepositions 1. Issues arise when a material proposition of fact or law is affirmed by the one party and denied by the other. 2. Issues arise when a material proposition of fact or law are affirmed by the one party and denied by the other. 3. Distinct issue is not necessary to be framed for each material proposition even though the same was affirmed by one party and denied by the other. Assertions. A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. Question 11. As per section 46 of Code of Civil Procedure 1908, the precept means an order issued by the court which passed the decree and addressed to A. the district collector to effect partition of property. B. another court to arrest the judgment debtor. C. the other court to attach the property of the judgment debtor specified in the precept. D. the revenue court to sell the property attached by the court. Correct answer C. the other court to attach the property of the judgment debtor specified in the precept. Question 12. Under section 47 of Code of Civil Procedure 1908, the execution court has to decide A. all the questions raised between the parties to the suit. B. all the questions between the parties to the suit relating to execution, discharge and satisfaction of the decree. C. all the questions between the parties to suit and the third party. D. all the questions between the parties except those relating to delivery of property to the auction purchaser. Correct answer B. all the questions between the parties to the suit relating to execution, discharge and satisfaction of the decree. Question 13. Choose the true statement about propositions. Propositions. 1. Code of Civil Procedure 1908 permits substituted service of summon. 2. Substituted service can be done by affixing a copy of summon in some conspicuous place in the courthouse and also upon some conspicuous part of the house in which of the defendant is known to have last resided. 3. Mere publishing the summon is newspaper is not a substituted service of summon. Assertions. A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. all are correct. Correct answer A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. Question 14. For the purpose of filing suit against government, a mandatory notice of not less than dash required to be given under section 80 of Code of Civil Procedure 1908. A. 14 days. B. 30 days. C. 2 months. D. 3 months. Correct answer C. 2 months. Question 15. In a civil suit, parties are required to submit the list of witnesses whom they purpose to call either to give evidence or to produce document on or before such date as the court may appoint and A. not later than 15 days from the date of settlement of issues. B. not later than 30 days from the date of settlement of issues. C. not later than 2 months from the date of settlement of issues. D. not later than 3 months from the date of settlement of issues. Correct answer A. not later than 15 days from the date of settlement of issues. Question 16. It appears to a court that the evidence of Mr. X, a person confined in a prison outside the state, is material in a suit. The court may A. make an order requiring the district magistrate in charge of district to produce that person before the court to give evidence. B. make an order requiring the DGP of state in charge of the prison to produce that person before the court to give evidence. C. make an order requiring the officer in charge of the prison to produce that person before the court of evidence. D. constitute a commission to record the statement. Correct answer C. make an order requiring the officer in charge of the prison to produce that person before the court to evidence. Question 17. Choose the true statement about propositions. Propositions. 1. Section 11 explanation 4 provides provisions for constructive res judicata. 2. Any matter which might and ought to have been made ground of defense of or attack in former suit shall not constitute res judicata. 3. Any relief claimed in the plan which is not expressly granted by the decree shall be deemed to have been refused. Assertions. A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. all are correct. Correct answer C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. Question 18. Where a suit is to obtain relief respecting immovable property situate within the jurisdiction of different courts, the suit may be instituted. A. In any court within the local limit of whose jurisdiction substantial portion of the property is situate. B. In any court within the local limits of whose jurisdiction any portion of the property is situate. C. In any court within the local limits of whose jurisdiction defendants resides or work for gain. D. None of the above. Correct answer B. In any court within the local limit of whose jurisdiction any portion of the property is situate. Question 19. In which of the following case judgment debtor cannot be sent to civil prison in execution of a decree for the payment of money? A. Where the total amount of the decree does not exceed 2,000 rupees. B. Where the total amount of the decree does not exceed 3,000 rupees. C. Where the total amount of the decree does not exceed 5,000 rupees. D. Where the total amount of the decree does not exceed 10,000 rupees. Correct answer A. Where the total amount of the decree does not exceed 2,000 rupees. Question 20. Which of the following property can be attached while executing a decree? A. Cooking vessels. B. Tools of artisans. C. Shares in a corporation. D. 1/3 of the salary in execution of any decree for maintenance. Correct answer C. Shares in a corporation. Question 21. Under Code of Civil Procedure 1908, letter of request may be issued to A. Examine a witness. B. To make a local investigation. C. To make a partition. D. To conduct sale of property. Correct answer A. Examine a witness. Question 22. Choose the true statement about propositions. 1. Section 6 of Specific Relief Act 1963 provides that if any person is disposed without his consent of immovable property otherwise than in due course of law, he may be by suit recover possession thereof. 2. Under Section 6, possession, actual possession only. 3. No suit under Section 6 shall be brought after the expiry of 6 months from the date of disposition. Assertions. A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. Question 23. An order passed under Section 6 of the Specific Relief Act 1963 is A. Appealable. B. Reviewable. C. Neither appealable or reviewable. D. Both appealable and reviewable. Correct answer C. Neither appealable nor reviewable. Question 24. In which of the following case specific performance of a contract is not permitted? A. Where a party to the contract has obtained substituted performance of contract. B. A contract the performance of which involves the performance of a continuous duty which the court cannot supervise. C. A contract which is so depend on the personal qualification of the parties. D. All of the above. Correct answer D. All of the above. Question 25. Where the contract is a settlement on marriage, which of the following is entitled to obtain specific performance? A. Husband. B. Wife. C. Any person beneficially entitled thereunder. D. All of the above. Correct answer D. All of the above. Question 26. No substituted performance of contract under Section 20 of Specific Relief Act 1963 shall be undertaken unless A. The party who suffers such breach has given a notice in writing. B. Not less than 30 days notice. C. The party in breach of contract has refused or failed to perform after the notice. D. All of the above. Correct answer D. All of the above. Question 27. Choose the true statement about propositions. Propositions. 1. Evidence must be confined to the matter in issue. 2. The best evidence must be given in all cases. 3. Circumstantial evidence cannot be admitted. Assertions. A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. Question 28. Choose the true statement about propositions. Propositions. 1. Evidence Act 1872 is applicable to judicial inquiries. 2. Evidence Act 1872 is strictly inapplicable quasi-judicial inquiries. 3. In judicial proceeding, the evidence is taken on all. Assertions. A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. Question 29. Which of the following is evidence though not covered by the definition of evidence under section 3 of Evidence Act 1872? A. Admission. B. Confession. C. Demi-honor. D. Judicial notice. Correct answer C. Demi-honor. Question 30. Which of the following is a question of law as per Evidence Act 1872? A. Relevancy. B. Admissibility. C. Both of these. D. None of these. Correct answer C. Both of these. Question 31. Falsus in uno falsus in omnibus is a rule of law. B. Rule of caution. C. Rule of evidence. D. Rule of estoppel. Correct answer B. Rule of caution. Question 32. Choose the true statement about propositions. Propositions. 1. Section 6 prescribe rule for relevancy of an evidence which is part of same transactions. 2. Proximity of time, place and continuity of action are suggestive of part of same transaction. 3. Psychological acts may also form part of same transaction. Assertions. A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer D. All are correct. Question 33. X is prosecuted for the murder of Y. During trial, evidence is adduced that X and Y had verbal altercation, in which accused X had threatened to kill Y. The fact that soon after the threatening statement, X had purchased the same knife which was used to stab Y is admissible under of Evidence Act 1872. A. Section 6. B. Section 7. C. Section 8. D. Section 10. Correct answer C. Section 8. Question 34. Test identification parade is admissible under dash. A. Section 7. B. Section 8. C. Section 9. D. Section 10. Correct answer B. Section 8. Question 35. Question 35. X, Y and Z entered into conspiracy on December 26, 2017 to explode a bridge. In accordance with the conspiracy, the bridge was to be exploded on January 26, 2018. However, Mr. Y was arrested on January 24, 2018. He made statement to police about the conspiracy. However, remaining two conspirators successfully executed the conspiracy. Later on, the remaining two conspirators were also arrested, and all were charged under various provisions of Indian Penal Code 1860. During trial, prosecution reasonably established the fact of conspiracy between X, Y and Z to explode the said bridge. In this reference, which of the following fact is relevant under Section 10 of Evidence Act 1872? A letter written by X to Y on December 20, 2017, inquiring the possibility of a meeting. B. Confession made of Y to the police officer on January 24, 2018. C. Confession made of Z to the police officer on January 30, 2018. D. An email sent by Y dated January 16, 2018 to the supplier of explosive. Correct answer D. An email sent by Y dated January 16, 2018 to the supplier to explosives. Question 36. Choose the true statement about propositions. Propositions. 1. Section 11 of Evidence Act provides residuary clause for relevancy of facts. 2. Section 11 is based on general theory of relevancy. 3. Section 11 is independent one and not controlled by other provision of Evidence Act. Assertions. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. Question 37. X is tried for committing murder of Y by intentionally shooting at him. With reference to his intention, prosecution added the fact that X had attempted to shoot Y at an earlier occasion. The fact is relevant under dash of Evidence Act 1872. A. Section 6. B. Section 11. C. Section 14. D. Section 15. Correct answer C. Section 14. Question 38. Choose the true statement about propositions. Propositions. 1. Judicial confession is substantive piece of evidence. 2. Extrajudicial confession is not a substantive piece of evidence. 3. Confession of co-accused is admissible against other as well. Assertions. A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 2 and 3 are incorrect, 1 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. Question 39. In which of the following judgment Supreme Court ruled that Section 27 is an exception to Section 25 and 26 of Evidence Act? A. Inayatullah versus State of Maharashtra. B. Nirmal Kumar versus State of Uttar Pradesh. C. Lakshman Singh versus State. D. Kotaya versus Imperial. Correct answer A. Inayatullah versus State of Maharashtra. Question 40. When a photograph of an original is prepared without being compared, the photograph is dash. A. Primary evidence. B. Secondary evidence. C. Not admissible. D. Admissible but not reliable. Correct answer B. Secondary evidence. Question 41. In which of the following case secondary evidence may be given of the existence, condition or contents of a document? A. When the original is shown or appears to be in the possession or power of the person against whom the document is sought to be proved. B. When the original is shown or appears to be in the possession or power of the person out of reach of the court. C. When the original is shown or appears to be in the possession or power of the person not subject to the process of the court. D. In all of the above. Correct answer D. In all of the above. Question 42. X is charged with travelling on a railway without a ticket. The burden of proving that X had a ticket is on dash and the burden must be discharged dash. A. X beyond reasonable doubt. B. X preponderance of probability. C. Prosecution beyond reasonable doubt. D. Prosecution preponderance of probability. Correct answer B. X preponderance of probability. Question 43. Plea of alibi can be established under Section of Evidence Act 1872. A. Section 9. B. Section 12. C. Section 103. D. Section 106. Correct answer C. Section 103. Question 44. A judgment given by competent court can create A. Estoppel by record. B. Estoppel by deed. C. Estoppel by recital. D. Estoppel by matter in pace. Correct answer A. Estoppel by record. Question 45. Which of the following provision of Evidence Act 1872 deals with leading question? A. Section 137. B. Section 141. C. Section 142. D. Section 143. Correct answer B. Section 141. Question 46. Choose the true statement about propositions. Propositions. 1. Under Indian Stamp Act 1899, the expression conveyance includes conveyance on sale. 2. Conveyance does not include an instrument by which movable property is transferred. 3. Through conveyance, property is transferred inter vivos. Assertions. A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 1 and 2 are incorrect, 3 is correct. C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer C. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. Question 47. Which of the following provision was inserted by Indian Stamp Himachal Pradesh Amendment Act 1952 of prescribed provision for stamp duty on contract on counterparts when duty is not paid on original instrument? A. Section 6. B. Section 6A. C. Section 19. D. Section 19A. Correct answer B. Section 6A. Question 48. Under Indian Stamp Act 1899, all instrument chargeable with duty and executed by any person in India shall be stamped dash. A. Before the execution. B. At the time of execution. C. A and B both. D. Neither A nor B. Correct answer C. A and B both. Question 49. Choose the true statement about prepositions. Propositions. 1. Under the Himachal Pradesh Court Act 1976, the High Court may, in consultation with the state government, fix the place at which the court is to be held. 2. The place so fixed must always be within the local limits of the jurisdiction of the court. 3. A court under Himachal Pradesh Courts Act 1976 may be held at any place within the local limits of its jurisdiction. Assertions. A. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. B. 1 and 2 are incorrect, 3 is correct. C. 2 and 3 are correct, 1 is incorrect. D. All are correct. Correct answer C. 2 and 3 are correct, 1 is incorrect. Question 50. As per the Himachal Pradesh Courts Act 1976, the local limits of the jurisdiction of a civil judge shall be decided by dash. A. The High Court. B. The High Court in consultation with state. C. The High Court in consultation with law governor. D. None of the above. Correct answer A. The High Court.